These guys are best friends.
Best friends.
Best friends.
Well, kind of. They do everything together.
Everything.
Some things.
Share stuff, play Battleship, and pose for the cameras. You know, the usual. They're just like these famous best friends, really. Although their relationship is less about sharing food and more about sharing exports. Less playing Battleship and more actual battleships. And well, the photos thing is fairly spot on. The point is, they're close. But recently, US President Donald Trump announced he's introducing a new tariff on steel and aluminium.
We're going to be instituting tariffs.
And that made some people in Australia question how close these friends really are. Let me explain. A tariff is an additional cost charged on certain goods that come in from another country. And it got many Aussies really worried about how it would affect them. $500 million worth of America's steel and aluminium comes from Australia. While that's a pretty small fraction of its $60 billion annual imports, it's a big deal for the Australian companies that make it.
An imposition of a tariff like this will do nothing other than distort trade, and ultimately, we believe, will lead to a loss of jobs.
Donald Trump says he's doing it to support American industries. See, America's steel and aluminium industries are struggling right now because both things can be made cheaper overseas. So by forcing countries to pay more to send their goods there, American steel and aluminium seems cheaper by comparison. That keeps more money in the country and supports local businesses. There can be downsides though. Tariffs can mean higher prices for customers. And if you start imposing tariffs on other countries, those countries might hit back and apply tariffs of their own. So trade can quickly get a lot messier and more expensive for everyone. That's why many countries have trade agreements that allow trade with each other without being slugged with extra costs. Luckily, in this case, we later got a reprieve because of our friendship, including trade history and our defence partnerships. That's the Battleship reference. Donald Trump announced Australia won't have to pay anything extra to export its steel and aluminium after all.
We have a very close relationship with Australia. We have a trade surplus with Australia. Great country, long-term partner. We'll be doing something with them.
But while being best friends can come with some perks, it's not so fun for those left out of the deal.
Any cookies, guys?